everybody. We are here in St Petersburg in Russia.
And this is the first day of our Russian Federation tour. It's going to be a month.
There was somebody waiting for us at the airport, driving us to a pretty big hotel downtown next to the Neva, this huge river, which was totally frozen.
And tonight we're playing the Aurora, or Avrora, as they say in Russian, I guess, venue, which is right over there. And it's named after this boat behind me right here. The Aurora, which is some crazy Russian warship, I guess.
Well, basically the first day was just partying in the lobby, like the poor rockers we are. And then we played a show in this huge venue that was actually just next door from the hotel. It was really, I would say, huge and way too huge for us. It was crowded, and it was people seemed to enjoy all the bands that were playing there. Quite kind of international festival with bands, foreign acts like Heavy Lord and Eve and Generally from France that I discovered there. All pretty good bands, pretty good people too.
We had a blast. It was amazing. Sold shitloads of merch, and after the show we had to rush out to catch the night train to Moscow.
Took a night train, and we had to somehow fit our backline in the corridor of the train, which was big, like.
But it was like stiflingly hot in the compartments in the train, so we all just laid there naked basically all night long, and nobody slept for even a minute, I think. But we had a good party. It was fun, and Moscow was simply amazing. We
went to this huge square next to the Kremlin. We were just like tourists, like it seemed like an organized trip.
We don't have much time to hang out, and shows like curfews are really, really early, and we didn't have much time to discover anything, to be honest. I mean, from my side, at least from my perspective, and I feel like so far I'm just playing venues and eating potatoes and cabbage all the time.
Moscow show was absolutely amazing.
It would be like in the 10 best shows we've played, I guess, in terms of like crowd intensity, you know, and it's like people knew the lyrics and they were completely full on after the show. Everybody wanted to talk to us and whatever. And although it's never the shows where you played the best, but it's always the best shows somehow. And Moscow in that regard was brilliant.
The venue was more adapted to the size of the crowd we can draw there, I guess. There were not too many bands playing, just If and us, which was better, I think. And then it was really a really powerful show. If show was really, really good, so we had to, you know, we had to play something. We had to prove ourselves that we can make it. And yeah, the crowd was excited, and we were too. And it was the first really proper, amazing, fat-sounding show we played in Russia. And the crowd was really going nuts. People, as usual, were touching Jonas' legs and Loic's legs, and Loic was making a mess out of himself.
It was the most intense show. The audience was really into it. You don't think about Russians like being into it, but they were.
And we had an absolutely awesome night out with all the guys. 2 clubs, like to a club, then to another club where we couldn't get in, and to another club, and finish in the first club in the end. And yeah, we had a good time.
It was cool to play again the second time with our friends from EF, the Swedish band that we already played with in 2010. They're good friends of ours. We hadn't seen them in a while, so it was great. We had a great party with them in St Petersburg and in Moscow again. In St Petersburg, actually, even before the night before the show, we all ended up getting completely shit-faced in the hotel bar, and you know, it was a really cool, fun night. And then in Moscow, everyone had a blast. There was only the two bands, and we both really, really enjoyed it, and apparently had a big party afterwards. After the Moscow show, we basically spent the next 3 days on the road, non-stop more or less.
We met Ivan, our driver, who's a legend and our proper van for this tour. The first drive was a pain in the ass. Like, there was snow all over the road. It was pretty much a blizzard.
And road conditions here in Russia are not really like in Central Europe or in the US. You know, it's like lots of bump holes, and for 100 kilometers in Europe you need an hour, but here you need like 2 to 3 hours.
The roads are so fucked that you can't help like being shaked like a fucking, I don't know what, in the bus, and you're always jumping and every bump wakes you up and stuff like that. But it's quite an experience. I mean, that's what Russia is, that's what Russia roads are, and I mean, we have to deal with it. The other cities which were much smaller or deep Russian cities, crowd was different, much younger, but still pretty good crowd, pretty into it.
Like a few people only, like maybe 3 rows of people, you know, like 40 people, but really intense as well. And I don't think it wasn't people that knew actually the band. I think it was just people that were discovering the band.
Russian people are completely crazy. Like, they really know how to party, and they always want to drink with you and take you out after the show, which is amazing. And they always come to take pictures, which is sometimes a bit annoying. There's like 50 people queuing up to take a picture with you, and you just feel like like a puppet standing there and like hugging people that you don't know. We don't really get that in Europe. It's kind of crazy here. And they also want you to sign everything that they can find, basically, not just CDs and vinyls and shirts, but like random sheets of paper, money bills. I signed like a bunch of Russian money bills. I don't know what people do with it then. They probably won't spend it anymore. So I don't know. And all different kinds of body parts, limbs, asses, tits, bellies, male and female, everything. It's quite hilarious.
We are really good taken care of, and I really can't complain about nothing.
People are still different. They speak a language that we do not speak at all. Most of them cannot understand us, so it's always refreshing somehow to do that kind of tour.
And you have to deal with it, but so far I'm having a really good time.
We've had some amazing shows. People here are absolutely crazy in the smaller towns as much as in the bigger towns, and I'm really fucking looking forward to getting to Siberia now.